Get ready to witness TV shows like you've never seen before. 2025 is packed with mind-blowing series that will leave you gasping for breath. From twisted crime dramas to emotional roller coasters, the top 10 shows this year are absolutely unmissable. Stick around because number 1 will hit you harder than you ever expected. Number 10, Dope Thief. When you grow up with nothing, sometimes pretending to have power feels almost as good as the real thing. Dope Thief takes us to broken-down neighborhoods in Philadelphia after COVID, where friends Ray and Manny try to make money however they can. They find the ultimate trick, pretending to be D-agents to steal from drug dealers. Fast money, no problems. At least that's what they thought. But one bad choice puts them in danger from a dangerous drug gang and real federal agents. Violence breaks out, friendships are tested, and staying alive becomes a deadly race. Each episode makes things worse, forcing Ray and Manny to face a hard truth. In a world built on lies, trusting others can get you killed. Dope Thief isn't just a crime show, it shows how scammers can become victims, and trying to escape your neighborhood might cost you everything you care about. Number 9, Paradise.
Is that what we thought? There's life.
What happens when paradise becomes a prison? Paradise takes us to a world not after the end, but underneath it. After something terrible happens on Earth, billionaire Samantha Redmond's huge, high-tech underground shelter was supposed to save important people. Instead, it's a pressure cooker of fear, greed, and dark secrets. When President Cal Bradford is murdered inside, Secret Service agent Xavier Collins becomes both detective and suspect, fighting a system built to hide its worst truths. Flashbacks show the disaster that sent people underground, but the real horror is what survives. Greed, corruption, and how easily power turns paradise into hell. As Xavier digs deeper, alliances change, fear spreads, and it's hard to tell heroes from villains. Paradise isn't just a scary future story. It makes us ask, if we got a second chance at building society, would we ruin it again? Number 8, The Narrow Road to the Deep North.
We need to preserve the men.
Some scars go deeper than skin. The Narrow Road to the Deep North is a painful journey through love, loss, and the terrible reality of war. The main character is Dorgo Evans, an Australian doctor whose amazing skills in battle are overshadowed by the guilt he carries. Forced to endure awful cruelty as a prisoner building the Burma Railway, Dorgo holds on to fading memories of Amy, the forbidden love he left behind. As the series moves between past passion and present regret, we watch a man celebrated as a hero but haunted by choices he can't undo. Every muddy trench, every love letter, every cracked hand shows another part of a person coming apart inside. This show doesn't just show how brutal survival can be. It shows the loneliness of living when the war you fought keeps going inside your mind. Number 7, The Residence.
Anything unusual happen? Other than my boss dying?
Behind the fancy doors of the White House lies a maze of secrets that no press conference ever shows. The Residence creates a clever mystery inside America's most famous address, starting with one dead body, Chief Usher A.B. Winter, found dead during a big state dinner. With 157 suspects across 132 rooms, it's a whodunit, where importance means nothing and survival means everything. Enter Cordelia Cupp, a brilliant odd detective who knows that behind every handshake might be a hidden knife. As she investigates deeper, political friendships fall apart, personal grudges come out, and the fancy walls themselves seem to whisper about betrayal. Full of sharp humor, twisted plots, and unforgettable characters, The Residence asks a scary question. In a house built on power, how far would someone go to hide a secret, and who might they hurt to do it? Number 6, Toxic Town.
My son has been in pain his entire life.
Sometimes the real bad guys don't wear masks. They sit in boardrooms. Toxic Town is a heartbreaking true story about powerful people betraying regular folks. Set in Corby, England, it follows 3 mothers whose children are born with terrible birth defects after years of steel companies dumping toxic waste, while local officials look the other way. As doctors whisper, neighbors worry, and officials avoid blame, these women refuse to be quiet. What starts as desperate sadness turns into a fierce, unstoppable movement that shakes their whole community. Through tough court battles, public shame, and personal loss, they fight not just for justice for their children, but for the soul of their town. Toxic Town powerfully shows how big companies can be cruel, celebrates the strength of angry mothers, and reminds us that the most dangerous poison isn't dumped in rivers, it's buried in secrets. Number 5, Rise of the Raven. Heroes aren't born, they're made through fire and blood. Rise of the Raven takes us to 15th century Hungary, where the Ottoman Empire threatens to take over Europe. At the center stands Jonas Huneti, a man from simple beginnings whose strong will and brilliant battle plans make him a symbol of hope against destruction. Palace plots, betrayal, and crushing losses happen alongside every victory and setback. Huneti's unbreakable bond with his wife Sabet keeps him human even as the world falls apart. As war drums beat toward the huge Battle of Belgrade, the series builds to an amazing fight for survival, not just for one country, but for a whole continent. Brutal, beautiful, powerful, and deeply human. Rise of the Raven isn't just history retold. It's history brought back to life. Number 4. Mobland.
You cross my family. Well, you'd better pray.
In London's criminal underworld, loyalty can get you killed. Mobland throws us into a world where two powerful families, the Harrigans and the Stevensons, are about to go to war after one night turns bloody. Fixer Harry D'Souza, the man called in to clean up the mess, finds himself caught between secrets and changing loyalties. Every handshake could be a trap, every promise could be a loaded gun. As family leader Conrad Harrigan plans to destroy his rivals and secure his cruel legacy, personal betrayals threaten to destroy both families from within. Dark, violent, and emotionally raw, Mobland strips away the glamour of organized crime to show the rot underneath. A harsh, unforgiving picture of power, pride, and survival at any cost. Number 3. The Pit. Every second counts, and every second cuts deeper. The Pit shows the non-stop, heart-pounding life inside Pittsburgh Trauma Medical Hospital's ER, where one tough shift stretches into a 15-hour marathon of trauma, heartbreak, and impossible choices. Dr. Robbie Robinovich and his diverse team handle mass shootings, ethical nightmares, and burnout so intense it becomes part of who they are. But when Pit Fest, a citywide music festival, turns into a disaster, the ER becomes a battlefield. Friendships break, moral lines blur, and the hospital's spirit threatens to die under the weight of unbelievable grief. Raw, real, and brutally honest, The Pit isn't just a medical drama. It's a vivid picture of the invisible wars fought behind clean walls, and the heroes too human to stay unchanged. Number 2. American Primeval. Before freedom could grow, blood had to spill. American Primeval destroys the myths of the Wild West, showing a brutal land where faith, greed, and survival tangle in deadly ways. Sarah Roll and her young son Devin look for hope on a wagon train to Crook Springs, Utah. But what waits for them is betrayal, bloodshed, and a terrible massacre. As they run through a lawless wilderness full of danger from all sides, settlers, Mormons, native tribes, and desperate outlaws, staying alive means making impossible choices. Tense, brutal, and completely honest, American Primeval shows the American frontier not as a land of promise, but as a graveyard of innocence, where only the toughest survive. Number 1. Karma.
사람 하나 죽여줘. 내 아버지.
Some sins won't stay buried. Karma weaves a complex web of betrayal, violence, and destruction across the lives of 6 strangers, each connected by a bloody act no one dares talk about. What starts with one desperate man's plan to murder his own father for insurance money spirals into a chilling chain of revenge, blackmail, and soul-crushing violence. As secrets come out and past traumas surface, each character must face the terrible consequences of their choices. Beautifully filmed, constantly tense, and filled with moral decay, each episode pulls you deeper into its complex web, with shocking twists you won't see coming. In the end, the question is simple. Can anyone truly escape the consequences of their actions, or is life's karma always waiting to strike? So, which of these shows will you watch next? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe.